Hi friends! Today I'm going to give you some helpful tips on how to get started on Etsy. While I'm no Etsy master myself, there are quite a few things I learned along the way by setting up my shop and my own Etsy listings that helped me get my first 10K sales on Etsy. If you want more Etsy tips, be sure to comment and like the video and subscribe to my channel for more content. So before creating an Etsy listing, the first thing you want to do is research. And you want to research specifically to what your product is on Etsy or how big the market is for that product. It's good to just search through Etsy and see what are the top selling items for that product and kind of just see how they're doing in terms of sales. This will help you learn how other vendors are selling their items on Etsy. It will give you a sense of what they're selling, how much they're selling it for, and what the quality of work that they're selling. It's good to just be mindful of not just one vendor, but research multiple vendors, multiple competitors, and see how much the specific product that you want to sell, how much they're selling that for. So if you want to get to stickers, look at the top selling page for stickers. Generally they're like what, $3, $3.50 or something. Read the reviews, make sure that people are actually buying those stickers, and if they're giving them highly rated reviews, this will show you that there is indeed a market out there for stickers, what kind people are actually looking for, what kind they're actually buying. It also helps to read the description of the product. This will tell you exactly what the customer is buying and how they are receiving that product. It will also give you a sense of what common paper sizes are being used, or just sizes, materials, weights. You can even go in to see some vendors will list out like disclaimers or copyright claims on their listings, and this may help you when you build your own description. This way you're not building your description from scratch. You can just kind of make a mental note, or you can even just list out somewhere in a Google Doc or a Microsoft Word doc, anywhere, so that you can just have the basics of what you want in your description. While you're researching your product, you'll start to notice what's actually trending for that specific product. So last year I was doing some trend research on some stickers for my job, and I noticed that visco aesthetic and tie-dye imagery was everywhere. It was super trending on Etsy, on Target, all these other retailers. And to me, that says that the general audience, whoever's buying these stickers, they're being more eco-conscious of what they buy. They're feeling that retro vibe that's rooted in a peace-loving mentality. And generally, as retailers and market trend goes, this is what the audience, what buyers and customers are looking for right now, and will continue to look for in future products. In the corporate world, this is just called trend research. This just helps retailers see what people are actually buying for many, many years. Well, many, many years. I'm saying probably last 4 years. Unicorns continues to be the top selling icon for little girls. Clothes, toys, stationery, all kinds of products. And retailers tend to hop on the trends to try and sell as much as they can. And this is just basically rooted in trend research. People take the time to go on websites and see what other retailers are selling and what customers are buying. You can do this too by going on other different retailer websites, Target, Urban Outfitters, Pottery Barn, some of the more popular contemporary stores, and you could just take a screenshot, save an image of the products that you find inspiring, and you could just put it in some kind of vision board, print it out. You can physically print it out, stick it on some corkboard or whatever. You can do it in a Google Doc, Photoshop, just whatever floats your boat. Honestly, the way that I look at it, just browse around. When I do it for my job, I just kind of joke that I'm shopping online for ideas. After you do all your research, after you make your lists, and when you're ready to create your first Etsy listing, or even if you have one, you're going to want to try and optimize it the best way you can. And by that, I mean you're going to want to do all the keywords, all the tags, all the photos, just everything you can to boost up that listing. And this also takes time. This also takes research. It's not an easy feat, but it can be done, and it's well worth doing if you want to make sure that your listings are out there and searchable in the Etsy universe. When you're looking and researching other vendors' listings, make a mental note or, write out a list of keywords that people are using on the products that you want to eventually sell. Keywords help make your product listing searchable so that your listing can be found on the Etsy page, preferably on the first page when it's being searched. Luckily for us Etsy researchers, Etsy literally spells out how many sales that shop has made. So when you're looking at keywords, you want to compare the most popular Etsy listings for that product from a shop that has hundreds of sales versus listings from shops that maybe only have like 10 or only have a few sales. You want to see what keywords that popular shop is using versus the one that doesn't have as many sales. At this point in the process, it would definitely be helpful to have just an open document with related keywords, tags that you can use in your own Etsy listing. It would just be good to kind of document everything, have it all in one spot so you can just kind of grab and go when you're ready to make your Etsy listing. A useful tool that we use is eRank. And it's basically just a website that helps you search for active keywords in the Etsy universe and shows how it fares. So for example, if you type in a word like just say portrait commissions, eRank will show you how often it is used in listings, the competition of it, versus how well the keyword affects a listing. And by that, I mean, how many clicks does that listing get that has that specific keyword versus, the amount of times that it's searched within Etsy. It kind of spells it out all for you in terms of like green and red, red being like, maybe not, and green being like, yes, you might want to use this. You can also check other vendors' tags. And so I know when I was doing my portrait commission Etsy listing, we bought eRank, and it helped me a lot because I didn't know what to do for tags. And you can also get graded on your own listings. So eRank will go through your listings and kind of just tell you what you're missing, what you need to bump up, or what areas, sections that you're like great on. And it kind of just like pushes you to make sure that you're optimizing your listing the best way that you can. It's also good to use the max amount of images that you can for your listings. So, and I know I'm guilty of it, but I definitely use the max amount of images for my commissions. And because Etsy is such a highly visual platform, you want to convince your customers that your product can be used in the ways that you intend for them to be used. So you definitely want to just give as many images as possible. Show them in use. If it's a sticker, show them on a water bottle, show them on a laptop, on a journal. If you have stationery cards, just write a little note, just show the front, show the back, show them open, show them in an envelope. Jewelry, especially for jewelry, you want to make sure that you not only have just a jewelry, have images of people wearing the jewelry, have them on mannequins. And even I've seen this a lot for earrings because I definitely shop for earrings. People will hold earrings in their hand to give a sense of scale, especially small, teeny tiny earrings. Just use your images. Your customers will love you for it. It kind of just leaves less thinking on their end because you're listing out everything that your product can be used for. When it comes to the description, you want to be as descriptive as possible. You want to make sure that you're listing everything out for your product, the size of the product, the weight of the product, the material used on the product. For paper items, it's good to just kind of note or say what the paper weight is of the product. If you're selling a custom item, you want to make sure that you're listing out the entire process so that it's easier for them when they're ready to make the purchase. And you're kind of just being transparent up front, which is always the best way to go about selling items, in my opinion. When it comes to the keywords and tags, this is where your list will come in handy. You're going to want to put your keywords in the title. Make sure you're using keywords in your description as well. Don't forget that. And all the tags. The description of your product will help create the tags for your listing. And it's always good to update your keywords and even your tags every once in a while, especially during the holidays. You want to make sure you're specifically using keywords that are holiday specific, Christmas, Halloween, fall, Mother's Day, and this will make your listing more searchable. With your listings all ready and published, you are ready to start getting some sales. So your friends and family are most likely going to be your first supporters, which is not a bad thing at all. My most repeat customers are my friends. You definitely want to utilize them and even encourage them to write reviews on your Etsy page. This will help with Etsy's algorithm. It will help your listing become more searchable. Products with high reviews are more likely going to rank higher up on the page search. And honestly, don't forget to use social media. Definitely utilize all the images that you've taken for your Etsy listings and just kind of use them on Instagram, on Facebook, whatever videos you make, just use them on Facebook stories, Instagram Reels, TikTok. Just continue using the same content on different platforms. This will give more visibility to your product and it'll garner more clicks to your Etsy shop. On my Instagram, I have my Etsy shop listed in my bio. I can see in my Etsy analytics that I do get clicks from outside of Etsy, meaning wherever I linked my Etsy shop, I'm getting clicks from Facebook, Instagram, and it's just a good way to kind of just branch out the reach to your Etsy shop. You can also upload behind the scenes video, show how your process is made. People actually love watching videos like that. Share these on Instagram stories, for example, and or even Instagram Reels. That's the new Instagram video thing. So kind of keep showing the world what you can do, what you're making, and you will eventually get people to notice and click on your Etsy shop. Another way you can get clicks to your Etsy shop is by setting up Etsy ads. You can set up ads for maybe like 1 or 2 listings to start if you want to. I would focus on the more popular item that I think would do well. So custom listings, custom products on Etsy are generally more popular because people love customizing and personalizing gifts for other people. So I would focus on just maybe that one very strong Etsy listing to have ads for. And you can do like $1 a day. It doesn't need to be a lot of money. It definitely helps in getting that first start in sales. With the setup of ads, you can get people clicking on your listing, so you'll get views on your listing. Views can lead to favorites. People can favorite your listing or even favorite your shop. You'll be in the Etsy universe, and ideally, all of these ads will lead to a sale. Ads aren't for everyone, but they were definitely instrumental in helping getting our shop off the ground. Lastly, don't get discouraged. It's gonna be a slow growth, but it is growth nonetheless. If you stay consistent with your product creation, with advertising, with marketing, you'll definitely start to see your shop grow bigger and bigger. It's definitely a learning process, and I'm still learning myself, but it's well worth it in the end. So those are my quick tips for Etsy, how to get started on Etsy and what you can do to maximize your Etsy listing growth. Again, leave a comment below if you have any Etsy tips. That would be great. We can learn some from you guys as well. And until next time, bye friends. When it comes to your description, just be as descriptive as possible. Are you kidding me? I did not just say hospital.
No, you said hospital.
Hospital. Can you give me water, please?